Yes, welcome back. I'm John, an old YouTuber. I'm laying in my bed and it's 5 p.m., a little bit more than 5 p.m. I start to get tired. I'm tired. I'm finished with my Danish video. I just download a fresh copy of Windows 7 and from Windows 7 I think we have a kind of modern, safe, complicated Windows operating systems because Windows 95 and 98, Windows 98, that was kind of very old and primitive. That was kind of a graphic shells on top of the old MS-DOS. Then we have this Windows ME, the Windows Millennium Edition, that should have a lot of bugs. Then we got more like Windows XP, but Windows XP is more than 20 years old. It's from like year 2001. We are in year 2023, and after Windows XP we got the Windows Vista. Windows Vista was a kind of modern, but now from Windows 7. So Windows 7 and 8 and 8.1, and of course Windows 10. I think the Windows 10 operating system we will have for the next 20, 30, 40 years, because you can run Windows 10 all the way back to the latest Pentium 4 Prescott. The Pentium 4 Prescott with NX bit, XD bits, SSE2 and the PAA, they can run Windows 10. All Pentium 4 can run Windows 7. The old Pentium 4 have SSE2, and that's through the socket 478 sockets. So I need to I'm getting I could buy a computer with that. So let's read about it.
Windows 7. Windows 7 version of the Windows NT operating system. Windows 7 logo and wordmark.png. Windows 7 SP1 screenshot.png. Screenshot of Windows 7 Ultimate, showing its desktop, taskbar, and the glass effect of Windows Aero Developer Microsoft Source Model Closed Source. Source available, through Shared Source Initiative. Released to manufacturing July 22, 2009. 1. General availability October 22, 2009. 2. Final release Service Pack 1, 6.1.7601.24499/February 9, 2011. 3. Update method Windows Update platform ZIA32 and x86-64 kernel type hybrid USALAN Windows API, NTVDM, SUA license proprietary commercial software preceded by Windows Vista, 2007. 4. Succeeded by Windows 8, 2012. Windows 7 is a major release of the Windows NT operating system developed by Microsoft. It was released to manufacturing on the 22nd of July, 2009, and became generally available on the 22nd of October, 2009. 9. It is the successor to Windows Vista, released nearly 3 years earlier. It remained an operating system for use on personal computers, including home and business desktops, laptops, tablet PCs and media center PCs, and itself was replaced in November 2012 by Windows 8, the name spanning more than 3 years of the product. Until the 9th of April 2013, Windows 7 original release included updates and technical support, after which installation of Service Pack 1 was required for users to receive support and updates. Windows 7's server counterpart, Windows Server 2008 R2, was released at the same time. The last supported version of Windows based on this operating system was released on July 1, 2011, entitled Windows Embedded POS Ready 7.10, 11, 12. Extended support ended on January 14, 2020, over 10 years after the release of Windows 7, after which the operating system ceased receiving further support. A support program is currently available for enterprises, providing security updates for Windows 7 for up to 4 years since the official end of life. 13. However, Windows Embedded POS Ready 7, the last Windows 7 variant, continued to receive security updates until October 2021. 14. Windows 7 was intended to be an incremental upgrade to Microsoft Windows, addressing Windows Vista's poor critical reception while maintaining hardware and software compatibility. Windows 7 continued improvements on the Windows Aero user interface with the addition of a redesigned taskbar that allows pinned applications, and new window management features. Other new features were added to the operating system, including libraries, the new file sharing system Home Group, and support for multitouch input. A new Action Center was also to provide an overview of system security and maintenance information, and tweaks were made to the user account control system to make it less intrusive. Windows 7 also shipped with updated versions of official website Windows 7, archived at Wayback Machine. Support status. Mainstream support ended on January 13, 2015. 5.6. Extended support ended on January 14, 2020. 5.6. Windows 7 is eligible for the Extended Security Updates (ESU) service. This service is available via specific volume licensing programs for professional and enterprise editions, and via OEMs for some embedded editions, in yearly installments. Security updates are available for the operating system through at most the 10th of January, 2023, excluding some embedded editions. 7. 8. Exceptions exist. See Support Lifecycle for details. Installing Service Pack 1 is required for users to receive updates and support after April 9, 2013. 5.6. Several stock applications, including Internet Explorer 8, Windows Media Player, and Windows Media Center. Unlike Vista, Windows 7 received critical acclaim, with critics considering the operating system to be a major improvement over its predecessor because of its improved performance, its more intuitive interface, fewer user account control pop-ups, and other improvements made across the platform. Windows 7 was a major success for Microsoft, even before its official release. Pre-order sales for the operating system on the online retailer Amazon.com had surpassed previous records. In just 6 months, over 100 million copies had been sold worldwide, increasing to over 630 million licenses by July 2012. By January 2018, Windows 10 surpassed Windows 7 as the most popular version of Windows worldwide. 15. As of September 2022, 11% of traditional PCs running Windows are running Windows 7. 16. Windows 11 has recently taken second place from Windows 7 as the most popular Windows edition. 17. It still remains popular in countries such as Syria, China, India, and Venezuela. 18. 19. 20. Windows 7 is the final version of Windows which supports processors without SSE2 or NX, although an update released in 2018 dropped support for non-SSE2 processors. Its successor, Windows 8, requires a processor with SSE2 and NX in any supported architecture. Contents. Development history. Features new and changed. Removed. Editions support life cycle. System requirements. Extent of hardware support. Physical memory. Processor limits. Updates. Service Pack 1. Platform update. Disk cleanup update. Windows Management Framework 5.0. Convenience rollup. Monthly update rollups, July 2016, January 2020. End of support, after the 14th of January 2020. Reception. Critical reception. Sales. Antitrust concerns. See also. References. Further reading. External links. Development history. Originally, a version of Windows codenamed Blackcomb was planned as the successor to Windows XP and Windows Server 2003 in 2000. Major features were planned for Blackcomb, including an emphasis on searching and querying data and an advanced storage system named WinFS to enable such scenarios. However, an interim, minor release, codenamed Longhorn, was announced for 2003, delaying the development of Blackcomb. 21. By the middle of 2003, however, Longhorn had acquired some of the features originally intended for Blackcomb. After 3 major malware outbreaks, the Blaster, Nashi, and Sobig worms exploited flaws in Windows operating systems within a short time period. In August 2003, 22, Microsoft changed its development priorities, putting some of Longhorn's major development work on hold while developing new service packs for Windows XP and Windows Server 2003. Development of Longhorn, Windows Vista, was also restarted, and thus delayed, in August 2004. A number of features were cut from Longhorn. 23. Blackcomb was renamed Vienna in early 2006. 24, and was later cancelled in 2007 due to the scope of the project. 25. When released, Windows Vista was criticized for its long development time, performance issues, spot-eye compatibility with existing hardware and software at launch, changes affecting the compatibility of certain PC games, and unclear assurances by Microsoft that certain computers shipping with XP before launch would be Vista capable, which led to a class action lawsuit, among other critiques. As such, the adoption of Vista in comparison to XP remained somewhat low. 26, 27, 28, in July 2007, 6 months following the public release of Vista, it was reported that the next version of Windows would then be codenamed Windows 7, with plans for a final release within 3 years. 29, 30. Bill Gates, in an interview with Newsweek, suggested that Windows 7 would be more user-centric. 31. Gates later said that Windows 7 would also focus on performance improvements. 32. Steven Sinofsky later expanded on this point, explaining in the Engineering Windows 7 blog that the company was using a variety of new tracing tools to measure the performance of many areas of the operating system on an ongoing basis, to help locate inefficient code paths and to help prevent performance regressions. 33. Senior Vice President Bill Vettis stated that Windows Vista users migrating to Windows 7 would not find the kind of device compatibility issues they encountered migrating from Windows XP. 34. An estimated 1,000 developers worked on Windows 7. These were broadly divided into core operating system and Windows client experience, in turn organized into 25 teams of around 40 developers on average. 35. In October 2008, it was announced that Windows 7 would also be the official name of the operating system. 36. 37. There has been some confusion over naming the product Windows 7. 38, while versioning ITAR 6.1 to indicate its similar build to Vista and increase compatibility with applications that only check major version numbers, similar to Windows 2000 and Windows XP both having 5.x version numbers. 39. First external release to select Microsoft partners came in January 2008 with Milestone 1. Build 6519.40, speaking about Windows 7 on the 16th of October 2008, Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer confirmed compatibility between Windows Vista and Windows 7, indicating that Windows 7 would be a refined version of Windows Vista. 41. At PDC 2008, Microsoft demonstrated Windows 7 with its reworked taskbar. 42. On the 27th of December 2008, the Windows 7 beta was leaked onto the internet via BitTorrent. 43. According to a performance test by .NET. 44. Windows 7 beta beat both Windows XP and Vista in several key areas, including boot and shutdown time and working with files, such as loading documents. Other areas did not beat XP, including PC Pro benchmarks for typical office activities and video editing, which remain identical to Vista and slower than XP. 45. On the 7th of January 2009, the x64 version of the Windows 7 beta, build 7000, was leaked onto the web, with some torrents being infected with a Trojan. 46. 47. At CES 2009, Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer announced the Windows 7 beta, build 7000, had been made available for download to MSDN and TechNet subscribers in the format of an ISO image. 48. The stock wallpaper of the beta version contained a digital image of the Better Fish. 49. The release candidate, build 7100, became available for MSDN and TechNet subscribers, and Connect program participants on the 30th of April 2009. On the 5th of May 2009, it became available to the general public, although it had also been leaked onto the internet via BitTorrent. 50. The release candidate was available in 5 languages and expired on the 1st of June 2010, with shutdowns every 2 hours starting March 1st, 2010. 51. Microsoft stated that Windows 7 would be released to the general public on the 22nd of October 2009, less than 3 years after the launch of its predecessor. Microsoft released Windows 7 to MSDN and TechNet subscribers on August 6, 2009. 52. Microsoft announced that Windows 7, along with Windows Server 2008 R2, was released to manufacturing in the United States and Canada on the 22nd of July 2009. Windows 7 RTM is build 7600.16385.0907113-1255, which was compiled on the 13th of July 2009, and was declared the final RTM build after passing all Microsoft's tests internally. 53. Features. New and changed. Windows 7 Live Thumbnails, showing Internet Explorer 11 tabs. Among Windows 7's new features are advances in touch and handwriting recognition. 54. Support for virtual hard disks. 55. Improved performance on multi-core processors. 56, 57, 58, 59, improved boot performance, direct access, and kernel improvements. Windows 7 adds support for systems using multiple heterogeneous graphics cards from different vendors, heterogeneous multi-adapter. 60, a new version of Windows Media Center. 61, a gadget for Windows Media Center, improved media features. XPS Essentials Pack. 62, and Windows PowerShell. 63. being included, and a redesigned calculator with multiline capabilities including programmer and statistics modes along with unit conversion for length, weight, temperature, and several others. 64. Many new items have been added to the control panel, including ClearType Text Tuner, 65. Display Color Calibration Wizard, 66.